Hello everybody and welcome back to another winnerinawake.com poker coaching video. This is Dylan, and this session I'll just be playing for so-called Zoom tables here at PokerStars, and I'm playing a mid-stack strategy. So I'm buying in. The bare minimum at Stars is 50 big blinds, and I'm playing NL 100 tables. So that's what I'll play. As you guys see here, we've already increased by 50% and almost doubled over here with that last hand where we had the flop set of eights. I think that was in the viewing area. So as always, guys, using Hold'em Manager 2 and the stats that you guys see up here, I've explained in our Central Poker Knowledge videos. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen them already. And I won't be going into the details here unless we get into hands where I need to analyze a few numbers. Just be playing it straight. This, for example, I'm going to mouse over the VPIP, and he's limp calling at N of 2, but go ahead and isolate. And, I'm on the button, isolate, see if we can't get this guy in a heads-up situation. But, we only got a small N, 40 here, but I'm worried about that 5% PFR. If he check raises or min raises here, I would have let that go. Limp raises, I guess it would be per definition. He checks. I have a look at my check fold stat. One time and two again, small in, but I'm going to take a shot. It's a board he could have missed for sure. If we get a check raise or a check fold, that's the end of it. Take it down, a little imposition play, isolating a limper, check raising it, checking his check raise stat, right, and then making a bet there on the turn. Forgive me on the flop. Alright, here looks like we got a walk in the big blind, and we flop the miracle nut flush draw, which we will semi-bluff into this limp pot. And we take it down with our semi-bluff. Here's a limp. Here with the 76, raise that up as not quite a steal raise because I'm in the hijack position, but almost. Right, so raising late with my suited max stretch connect to the ace queen. We just make a normal raise. Let's see if this cat's folding to Mr. C-bet. And yeah, no in. We'll opt for the delayed C-bet and see what happens. If he checks it again, then we take another shot for sure. I'm statless there, so what are you gonna do? He checks. 2 checks in a row is pretty often weakness. I mean, if he check raises this, then we can say, okay, hallelujah, but that's, 2 checks in a row, guys. Take it for weakness in most cases. Delayed C-bet worked out there. That's good. Alright, ace jack suited from early, but you notice that we're missing a couple positions here, so we're actually playing 6-7 handed. So I'm going to raise that up. By the way, this is a full ring situation, but it looks like they're also merging pools where you're 6-7 handed. So you're gonna have to adjust your ranges and positions given the decreased total number of players at your table. Wow. And we just hope he's not on a set of queens or sixes, of course, right? Let's see here. That looks good. So we're gonna make this one a bit heftier. Bet it out at 10. I'm happy to take it down right there. If we're outkicked, I mean, that's just highly, highly unlikely. It could, however, be a set of sixes. This is not looking good for the home team. We're gonna play this as a bluff catcher, essentially, is what I'm turning this hand into. And let's see. Still raise with the jack queen down low. Yeah. And we split, but that king saved his ass. Man, so that was actually decent, I think, in the end, but that's unfortunate. We had him totally dominated pre-flop, and then we flop essentially quads or turn quads, which is mathematically off the hook. And yeah, that's poker, guys. Completely ignored my hands down low. Let's see. Hopefully that wasn't a decent hand. And yes, so this is it. We're using the speed fold button. When I get into a situation like this, I'm always looking at his fold to steal stats. Again, an unknown player. raise it up 3x, see what he does. Take it down. Good. And yeah, sometimes the table stats get in the way. You know, you can always mouse over it like this, and you see that's $3 from the outside corner. Here, let's go ahead and isolate that limper on the button. Let that go. And we flop top pair here. Running flush draw, but yeah, nothing really to write home about. And he then limp calls and then raises huge on that board. Okay. Again, we don't have stats on the dude. He's from Russia. Not getting to the showdown often, but again, super small in. Difficult, really damn difficult spot. I'm gonna trust my gut on this one. Say that he's two paired, or maybe, you know, limp called with flop set there. Strong draw, better jack, and yeah, you know, jack, queen, king, ace. What to say? Dropped a little there, no big deal. I didn't want to stack off. I mean, the thing is with calling that, if I call that, I'm pretty much committing half the remaining effective stack, which is mine. And yeah, wait for a better spot. Let my top pair go. So king queen suited, I might raise up early, especially six-handed, but not full ring. And normally with the Zoom tables, I don't have to use the pause feature, but I will from time to time. You guys see kind of a break there, that's why. Again, no information on this dude, but so far he's looking super wide, so let's go ahead and re-steal from his cutoff raise. Open raise, and we take that down. And I don't do that with ace-8 offsuit, but I do that with ace-8 suited, right? Not because ace-8 suited is a much better hand, but because I'll be doing that only one time in 4. Whereas with any ace-8, I'd be doing it 100% of the time, right? That's a way that I, you know, reduce the spots, as you guys well know, for those of you who've seen the other videos. Yeah, I reduce my VPIP, reduce my PFR, stuff like that, just adhering to that suited principle. I think it's a good way, good piece of advice for a lot of guys, especially if you're playing either too wide ranges or raising too widely, like I often do. Those, you know, blind here, blind there, that stuff adds up. So yeah, keep that in mind. I mean, I think playing, you know, a real typical tag lag style is going to be pretty profitable here at the Zoom tables. Some guys completely rock up, but you're going to see that in their stats. You know, you're going to see like 3-4% stuff. And yeah, then you just adjust accordingly. All right, so we flop 2 pair, but super dangerous board, especially in a three-handed pot. Look, no stats, doesn't matter, we got 10s. Alright, and let's see here if he's ever 3-bet, not really. Cool. You can flat this, or you can jam it. I actually like my 10s. Let's see where he's from, just to get a, yeah, Canada knows, a lot of those guys know what they're doing, so we come over the top for 65 and think we're good. Yep. Here's our last diamond. I didn't want to double up on that, but he might have just caught the card he was looking for. Yeah, I think we cut our losses there. You could have definitely bet the turn. Dangerous. But I think with that, then we save a little cash. Got hosed on the river and let it go. King 9 suited, you know, we got 200% stats here. Again, small in on this guy. Would have open raised that suited, right? Offsuit, I'd let that go. King 8 out of there. Yo, Jack 9, if you're bottom right, that's going to be a raise if it's folded to me. It's not going to be a raise if somebody opens. Cool thing here is this guy opens from early position, but he's opening wider at 15%. As you can see here, from mid at 13%. So this guy also has a relatively wide V pip. So this move here is a so-called, if you guys remember, yeah, squeeze, right? And with this raise, it's a multi-purpose raise. I'm squeezing the wide raiser and the wide caller. And with my raise, I get last position post flop if they don't re-raise me right now. So that's the idea with the squeeze, given those stats. Let's see, I'm gonna have to bet that this guy's gonna fold, but again, this is a smaller end guy from Brazil. Let us see. Yeah, and we take that down with a bluff squeeze. And again, I won't be doing that necessarily with the 79 offsuit, right? That decreases the amount of squeezes that I'm doing. That's another idea there. All right, and yeah, we re-steal here with the ace 10. Looking good so far on all tables. A little hit here, no biggie. And again, yeah, this is part of the 777 challenge that we've been playing for some time. You know, this last year, guys, I haven't been able to play a lot. Also haven't been able to record a lot, so I apologize for that. But we're looking, you know, moving forward here into getting much more active with that, if at all possible. So definitely stay tuned and check out all the goodies we've got for you at winnerinaweek.com. There in the shop, and yeah, of course all the different videos, Essential Poker Knowledge, etc. Yeah, all right, again, smaller, let's say a wider, if it's not the same exact guy, raising up here, and if I have ace king, I 3-bet when I know that my opposition has a wider opening range, and I flat when they're tighter, and then play fit or fold poker on the flop. That's pretty much my approach. But again, you've got to have some stats on your guys to know, you know, what they're playing and where. Wow, we just flopped a miracle. And, you know, I've had this kind of stuff before where somebody's on a flop set of jacks full of kings. That's just crap. Here we're, you know, 2 suited, so now I definitely want to protect that. So I take a, yeah, 2/3 pot shot here. Get flatted, so yeah, that's going to lead me to believe, you know, 10 queen, any 2 diamonds, all of which missed, right? So I don't want to bet into this because I think he's only going to call me down with a better hand. So 9-10 is now made, for example, 9-10 jack, and I can't imagine him being on a better king. But yeah, I'm going to check call this. Okay, so we could have squeezed out a bit more money, but again, yes, worried about that one hand, and what to say. Here's a dangerous one, you know, over pair of kings in a three-way pot out of position. Just never easy to deal with. All right, this guy's from the UK. Let's hope he's had one brandy too many, and it's just on like a queen jack, but he's small stacked here, so I'm going to jam over the top. You know, if he's got a pair of queens, 5s, or 4s, I'll say whatever. Queen 10, yeah. And of course the 10 hit on the river. Ugh, disgusting, the variance here that that I've experienced, but yeah, we get that in so damn well versus that nonsense, and yeah, that's good for your bottom line in the long run. It's just, yeah, it's just unbelievable how much suck out potential there is here at PokerStars. 70% fold versus a steal on the big blind in general. 2 on the 5. This is set mining, guys. Swing and a miss. And he checks it. Alright, so now we donk into him on the turn. Get flatted, and, you know, the flat with the club on the end. Yeah, we're toast. Check fold, not a check call. And these 2, yeah, again, unknown player here in the big. If it's folded around to me as a pure bluff, steel raise, I would have potentially taken a shot again because it's suited. Just the same principle, you know. You're going to be doing that 25% of the time. Yeah. You can also, I mean, when it's that damn wide, I mean, king 4, that's just ridiculous. You know, you can also just fold it straight. Especially the zoom tables, you know, you got no pressure to get involved in the hands. Alright. So this guy mins almost under the gun. I mean, under the gun +1, right? And you see the little red 8% stat. There's a bunch of flatting going on. I'm not even going to call this. What you can do here at the zoom tables is cool. You hold the control button and hit fold to see what flops. I just want to see how this guy plays the rest of this hand. So he checks after the min raise there, and under the gun +1. Here comes the ace. And a $1 bet on 7. Hilarious. Is that enough to scare these guys off? Yeah, so I get all this, so he's on ace king, but you know, don't play like that, guys. In general, raise up 3 to 4 times from the early mid positions, and then 2.5 to 3 on the button as an open raise. And then of course 3 timing it. Whenever you re-raise, just 3 times the action before you. Put you real close to pot size bets, pot size raises, and yeah, again, check out those videos if that's a new term or something you're not clear about. Alright, so 7s, we raise up wider here in early position, and they all fold down. That's good. 64, I just auto click out of that. Ace 9 is definitely suited, or going to be a steal raise here. And this hand I'll probably steal raise open also when it's offsuit, given the 73% fold versus a steal in the big and 92% in the small. You can pretty much, with those kind of stats, you can pretty much raise any 2 and then fold when they come over the top and be making money. 2.5x style. Now this guy's a 6%er. You see that? That's killing our ace 9, so we just check out. And yeah, the action's pretty, I mean, when I'm not doing a commentary, it's a lot easier to keep with, but I got knocked off a couple tables. It's unfortunate. A couple hands. I hope I didn't miss anything. Just focusing on one or the other tables here. This guy's at 56%, and that's good enough for me to come over the top as a what? Yes, re-steal. What are we folding to our 3 bets on? 44% of the time. Also good for a bluff. From my opinion, it's a bluff 3 bet. Not completely. I got an ace 10 suited, but I'm on the button. Wider raiser again. He's able to fold to 3 bets. Looking good. Daddy needs a new pair of 2s here, top right. Damn. Let's see if he folds 2 donks. Not a lot of. Yeah, again, small end. We'll see. So we get flatted here by the small stack player and the big blind, and that's never a good thing. So we're probably hosed. But the move was against him, and he actually calls as well. Well, hardcore. Alright, so we got to check behind. Heart falls, board's paired. I represent the 8 of the hearts. Maybe just a bare ace, and yeah, he lets it go. Alright, so it goes check, check, jack's on board. 16 is an effective stack here, and it's difficult to knock him out of this. I'm pretty sure these guys will let it go, or this guy will let it go, but I'm not quite sure that this dude here will. So I'm going to drop that down and make it just 9, make it look like I want to get called about half of his stack size, and I think I'll have the same result as with 12. The problem is if he comes over the top, I'm potentially priced in, not completely, but yeah, that looked like I wanted to call, so it should scare the bigger stack guy. We'll see. The wider open raiser, and I have station tagged him, which is not necessarily speaking for my move there, but again, looking at the numbers, it all added up, and we take it down.